All right, guys, lock in. For the past 2 weeks, my FYP has been everything. I built it brick by. I've grown community. I've grown allies in this movement. I've met other businesses and other creators. We locked in, right? So imagine my surprise when I turn on my app and it says that the app is not responding and it's crashing and I need to restart my app for a better experience. Every time I try to go around it, the app just keeps closing in the middle of me watching a video. So finally, I go ahead and hit the button to restart the experience. And when it comes back up, I have to pick what topics I like, who I would like to follow, etc. Just like I'm downloading the app all over again. Wouldn't you know, the first few videos that's coming up, a dog chasing a ball. Viral, by the way. A lady that's hanging from a cliff. Viral, by the way. Like all of these viral videos, but nothing under the stuff that I like to watch. So finally I said, well, let me go and look and see if I can search up Asian business boycott or ban or black people shopping, black owned businesses, stuff like that. When I tell you the videos that were coming up were so old, and some of them was from 2025, some were from recently, but for the most part, it's like they're trying to separate us. But if you go into that search engine and you put in Asian business ban or boycott, oh, it shows that it is like almost an 80% spike in people searching for that, but it's not showing up unless you look for it. So this is just to let you guys know, if this happens to you guys, you have to intentionally build your algorithm back up again. If you're following somebody that you like and you've been having conversations in the comments, make sure you write their name down somewhere so that in case this happens to you, you could go back and reconnect with those people. We have to be intentional in keeping this momentum going because they are trying to suppress it. We have to stay connected, you guys. We have to do this intentionally. All right, talk to you soon.
Recently, black creators are concerned that on TikTok, something unusual may be happening with the platform's algorithm. One of them claims that her app suddenly crashed, reset her personalized feed, and stopped showing the content that she normally followed. According to her, videos discussing a growing black consumer movement and the support for black-owned businesses became much harder to find unless maybe searched for directly. Now, this has led her to question whether TikTok is intentionally, limiting the visibility of certain discussions around the boycott of the business. But is there really separation taking place, or could there be like another explanation? I mean, why would a platform choose to reduce the reach of a rapidly growing movement of this boycott? I tried to take this personally, so I tried to search like boycott Asian businesses, but I was surprised to see that maybe something may be happening, because it showed me as if people stopped posting videos about the boycott like a week ago or some 6 days ago. You can look at this screen. I also tried to search by black only. Okay, it showed the results as if people stopped posting like 6 days ago. What does that mean? Now, in the next clips, you see the kinds of videos at the center of this debate, including calls for boycotts, economic activism, and community responses. And trust me, some of the claims and arguments being made are raising serious questions. So watch closely, because we will break it down and have an insight, discussion at the end. See you at the end. If this was your first time, please subscribe, like, and share. Especially share your views, your comments in the comment section. See you at the end.
We are not supporting any Asian businesses, no spas, no hibachis, no beauty supplies store, no nail salons. I'm walking into Cocoa Bay Kitchen and Tea House. I don't know if this is an Asian business or what. I think so. We're going to look and find out. Let's see. Looks like it's Asian to me. Black people, we are boycotting all Asian businesses for Cyrus Belton. Have anybody ever heard of it? In South Carolina, a 14-year-old boy got shot in the back by an Asian man. He didn't steal the 4 water bottles. He ran out, they chased him, they shot him in the back, and he was found not guilty. We are not supporting any Asian businesses, no spas, no hibachis, no beauty supplies store, no nail salons. I'm not spreading hate, but it's about time that they take us seriously and we really do matter. Our dollars matter and we want to support Black businesses. Okay? Thank you. You're welcome. Look it up, TikTok. To all my followers, viewers, supporters, if you like what I'm doing and you're with the movement, please donate to my Cash App and support the cause. $FOXI22. That's Cash App again. FOXI22. Thank you so much.
When you talk about a revolution, most people think violence, without realizing that the real content of any kind of revolutionary thrust lies in the principles and the goals that you're striving for, not in the way you reach them. When you talk about
I have been hearing Asians on here popping their shit about what they offer in the Black community, and I want to give y'all something to rest on. The services that y'all offer is not essential. Hair, nails, that isn't an elective. Even y'all's takeout for those who choose to eat it. That is not mandatory. That is not an essential for us to live. We patronize because we want to. And as far as the beauty supply, the only reason why y'all got it on lock is because when some other community tries to come in and open up a beauty supply, y'all start threatening the supplier. Thank God there have been some Black-owned beauty supplies that have been able to slip through the cracks. Y'all are not special. And even when it comes to these nail shops, y'all own every corner. So it's easy to just hop out your car. If one is closed, you are full, you can go down to the next one. That's the only reason why y'all pop the way y'all do. That is it. But we got our own Black nail techs who are making themselves known. Washing machine and dryer, really? Most of us that own a house, we have that. If those who live in an apartment, most of those apartment buildings, 9 times out of 10 have a washer and dryer on the property. Gas stations, liquor stores, Northern California, baby, especially in Central Valley, the Indians got that on lock. So I don't know where all this arrogance has come from. Y'all got it twisted. You need to watch what come out of your mouth. Y'all are not essential. Not at all. Now put that in your pipe and smoke it. All right, Stockton, California, you're up. Here is a brand new Black-owned beauty supply. Only been here for 5 weeks. Y'all, this is the sweetest couple, and they stocked this store to death. They had braiding hair, weaving hair, clip-ins, all of the colors that you can think of. They had your maintenance products. And did I say they had braiding hair? They had eyelashes, eyelash glue. They even had nail products. For girl, I had to double back when I saw these ultra sheer nylons, because where you see that at? They are fully equipped. Y'all come and support this Black-owned beauty supply today.
Black people are boycotting Asian businesses after one incident, but they're still shopping at white businesses. First off, this isn't one incident. There have been multiple cases of Asian people hate criming and unaliving Black people, specifically Black children. And it's almost always been done by Asian people who own businesses that are catered to or marketed toward the Black community, which is weird, but it's what they do. And yes, I know this comes as a shock to many, but Black people are going to feel more disrespected by a fellow POC group that's really in the same boat as us, treating us poorly. The same thing goes for the Hispanic community, for example. Black people get so hurt by them saying the N-word and being racist toward us because we're supposed to be the ones sticking together, not going against each other. I don't understand why that's a hard concept for y'all to grasp. Also, and there's plenty of Asian people that will tell you this themselves, a lot of Asian people, especially Asian Americans, crave white validation, and that's exactly why they rather beef with the black community and pick a bone with us rather than the oppressors that we both share. So if we're using that logic, aren't Asian people also doing the same thing? Let's not forget the H Mart drama. Fighting racism with racism isn't the answer. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that there aren't racist black people, especially right now. We have racists in our community just like every other community. But putting those people aside, boycotting has nothing to do with race or racism at all. There's nothing wrong with black people noticing a pattern and deciding to spend their money within our own community than with Asian people who want our money but not our presence. And I'm saying this as a black person who recently had to stop shopping at my go-to beauty supply because I was accused of stealing by the Korean owners. I was not stealing. I literally touched my pocket because I thought that I had dropped something, and this dude flew from behind the counter to accuse me of stealing and then started looking real stupid when I said I didn't have anything in my pocket. I do not suddenly hate all Asian people for their actions at all, and I can understand why my community is fed up. I can also understand where some of y'all are coming from, and I'm not going to sit up here and defend blatant racism because I'm not a racist. I don't seem to understand that the reason why most black people are upset right now is because a lot of people from the Asian community are also using this as a time to spew racism and deflect instead of just simply admitting that this person who is a part of their community was in the wrong in this situation. They're making videos saying that we're chimping out over being reasonably upset about a young black boy dying for no reason. Somehow every single video I've seen of an Asian person or a non-black person talking about all this discourse still won't address the amount of racism coming from Asian people and is instead trying to pin it all on the black community. Y'all are showing y'all true colors right now, and the lack of accountability is the real issue.
See, this is the shit I'm talking about. How you gonna try to cancel me like Mr. Chow? Y'all funny. Because you're trying to underestimate someone who came from the hood too, baby. I match energy. I talk the way you talk, and I swivel my head the same way you swivel your head. See, and y'all prove my point. Y'all over here mad. I'm using the same words y'all using because you use it so much, you normalize the damn word. Imagine hating the word so much, but yet you still use it on your own folks. And another thing, if you want to cancel all these business, by all means, go ahead and try to cancel every single one of them. Boycott every single one of them. Boycott the hair. Walk around with your bald ass head. Don't eat the Chinese food. Don't do any of that, okay? Because let me tell you, there is not enough black-owned business for y'all trying to cancel everybody, boycott this, and let's not do this. You wouldn't survive. You would not survive in that.
Welcome back. Now, after listening to everything that was said, the first question that comes to my mind is whether there is actually something happening behind the scenes on TikTok as the platform, as the app. The woman in the first video believes that her feed did not just change by accident. According to her, the app suddenly crashed, reset itself, and stopped showing the content she had spent months engaging with. She says discussions about black economic activism, black-owned businesses, and the boycott movement became much harder to find. Now, does that automatically prove the suppression? I don't know. Let's discuss in the comment section. But as I said, I personally tried to do that to search. It could show me as if, people stopped posting these videos like a week ago, 6 days ago. I mean, how hot this boycott is. Can we assume, can we believe that people stopped posting these videos like 6 days ago? I mean, I think there has to be something. We don't know. You can try yourself and see how these videos are easy or hard to get. But I can understand why some people are asking these questions. When users spend months building a community around certain topics, and then suddenly those topics disappear from their feeds, people naturally become suspicious. Maybe something in the background can be done. Knowing that TikTok belongs to Asians, belong to these people who are being boycotted, like their businesses. So it's easy for people to connect the dots. But I think your experience matters. Can you try? And then we can share in the comment section. But people want to know whether it's a technical issue or an algorithm change or something else entirely. What do you think? But one interesting point she raises is that if communities depend completely on a platform they do not own, they are always vulnerable to changes they cannot control. Because of that, some people have started suggesting that black entrepreneurs and developers should consider building their own social media platforms in the future. And yeah, that can be a good idea because, if you don't own the platform, Sometimes maybe you don't know. They can do this. They can manipulate you this way. So the idea is simple. If a community owns its own platform, it has more control over how information is shared and less concern about outside interference. Of course, building a successful app is much easier than it's easier said, I'm saying, than maybe doing it practically, but it's a conversation that is becoming more common. And by the way, nothing is hard when people bring together, okay? People come together. So let's not say it's hard. No, everything is easy when people come together. So I think let's just end it there. Then we move to other videos that she believes are being hidden. The first major point is the call for boycott of certain Asian-owned business following the Cyrus Belton case. Supporters argue that economic pressure is one of the strongest tools consumers have. Their message is that where people spend their money really matters. Okay, people don't need to take it for granted. It really matters. It's so important. The second point is the promotion of black-owned businesses. Several creators in the video argue that instead of focusing only on what they are avoiding, black consumers should actively support businesses owned by members of their own community, of their own black community. For them, the goal is economic growth and self-sufficiency as a community of black people. I hope that's a good idea. And the third point is the argument that the boycott is not necessarily about hatred towards all Asian people. Many supporters insist that they are responding to what they see as a pattern of incidents and treatment that has caused frustration over time, throughout generations, about how these Asians treat black people. So whether people agree with that view or they don't, that is how many participants in the movement describe their position, their perspective. And the fourth point is about accountability. Yes, accountability really matters. I'm sorry. Several creators argue that discussions surrounding incidents involving black victims are often dismissed, minimized, and redirected. They're just ignored. They believe communities should be able to express concerns, seek accountability without immediately being accused of racism. And at the end of the day, there are really two separate debates happening here. One debate is about the boycott itself. The other debate is about whether social media platforms are influencing what people see and discuss online. Imagine, black people on the platform and they are all in one accord. It's easy to tweak the algorithm to favor all videos that contain the term boycott Asian business, contain the term black owned, so that it becomes easily viral. Okay, all people can get it. Imagine we have millions and millions of black people in America. For all of them to get the same message as soon as possible, it may be a little bit harder, but if the algorithm is somehow tweaked to push some terms, I think it's easier. So I think that's the point of this woman, that if black people can have their own app, I think some of these things cannot be hard. Otherwise, something which is not yours is hard to manipulate. It's easy to be controlled. And that leaves us with a big question, is TikTok simply adjusting its algorithm the way platforms regularly do? YouTube does it, Facebook does it, X does it, Truth Social does it, whatever platform. Sooner or later they will change some things in the algorithm. Or is it something which is not normal? There are certain conversations being pushed into the background, they don't want this to be talked much, as if black people are not doing it. Because that's so clever. If they can say, as the Asians, we don't let's let the algorithm suppress all the videos that are talking about the boycott. It can look like people are not doing it because nobody is now talking about it online. But is that the case? I mean, that's where it's always good to have your own app. Otherwise, I don't think, I told you that I tried to search, it showed me as if the last videos to be uploaded about the boycott is about 6 days ago. Okay, I mean, I don't think that's true that people are no longer uploading these videos. I don't think. I mean, that is the question many people are having right now about whether the algorithm is doing this or it's not. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you believe this is a case of algorithm change? It's normal, or do you think there's something bigger going behind the scenes? What do you think? What's the way forward from now? I love that you came to watch the video. If this is your first time, please, I kindly ask you to subscribe and, you know, join the community to have these discussions. Otherwise, I'm proud you came. See you next time and have a blessed day.